guys, you have to excuse me, I'm recovering from a cold. Let me see if I can get some more lights on in here. There we go, yay. So that's the children's caravan. This is mine while we do the reconstruction. So I've got a difficult one for you today. And it's part of the Samurai Armour series. Again, excuse me. We're working from the Book of Samurai, from the medieval scroll Heigu Yoho. And we're on page 453. Now it mentions here a spear I've never really heard of before, and it says it's an ancient way, it's away from Koryu, from old schools. So this was written in 1660s, 1670s, and it says this is a way probably long forgotten or, you know, no longer really used. But the idea is the white spear, or the white naginata. Spear or polearm would be better, but it can also be a spear. So it's called Taimai no Yari, which of course is spear, or Shirai no Naginata. You'll have to excuse my pronunciation as I try and cough my way out of it. So the handle of the turtle shell, so this means turtle shell handle, not literally turtle shell, or it means white one, the two separate names, but they're the same thing, or the same item. And basically I need your help in trying to find an example of this, and probably needs a bit of a real good expert on weapons or, you know, finding things. Scott, Sengoku Period Studies, please. So basically it says it's sometimes called the pearskin style, and it's lacquered with extremely fine silver powder. So we're talking about a 7-foot weapon from top to bottom. Remember, the Japanese are 5 feet tall, so that's the equivalent of us having an 8 to an 8.5 foot weapon, and it's really finely crafted. It's amazingly done, and the actual shaft is speckled white, maybe mother of pearl, but crackled underneath and lacquered beautifully, so it's sort of got the lovely shine, but with a gorgeous lacquering. I'm going to tell you where I think there might be one, but I could not find pictures of it for love nor money, and I'm sure somebody else can. Now this should be 7 feet 5 shaku long, so basically the equivalent of 8.5 feet for us, but 7.5 foot for a Japanese person. And the hamon, so the hamon, you know, the hardening line, should be of the komidare style, which is a fine wave pattern. So we're looking for a white-handled spear with komidare pattern on the hamon line, okay? And but you should not use the style of yakidome. So the Lord's spear should not have this yakidome style on the hamon. Blah blah blah. So also the kisaki should have hakikake, which is a sweeping brush style. So, and the groove of the blade should have a red line within it. Okay, the bottom should be mackerel fin tail. You see these on Japanese spears all the time, the little mackerel fin bit at the bottom. And there should be something brave and a little thing to let you know which way the blade goes, so if you're using it in the dark. And now that is all what it says here. They're called silver handles, white handles, the turtle shell handles, but it says only the Lord can use these. Now, from memory, I'm talking 15 years ago, I went to Leeds Armoury in England, and if you've never been to Leeds Armoury, you should go. It's the Royal Armouries collection, and there was some armour given to King James the First or King James the Second, I'm not sure. I'm doing this from memory, as I say, and it was given by the Shogun of Japan in the 1600s. This is roughly the same time as this is being done. Now, this armour, it says, might have been the actual armour of Takeda Katsuyori, which is amazing if that was actually his armour. It's just what the museum thinks. But alongside, not directly next to it, but I think in the display, and I'm sure it said from 15 years ago, I'm sure it said this came in the same collection. Now, I have been through for ages now trying to get through the Leeds Armoury website, and I cannot find these bloody Japanese spears. But these spears were on the wall, and they were speckled white, mother of pearl style with gorgeous sort of blades on them. And I'm wondering if that armour and those spears were both sent to King James from the Tokugawa Shogun. And this idea is that when you're in an army, down to the lowest Ashigaru who's just got his bit of bamboo or a lone spear, and you go all the way through the military men, yeah, all the way back to the ranks of the Taisho commander, so which only the Taisho uses. And he's there, he's got his helmet bearer there, and he's got his sword carrier and his spear carrier, and the spear carrier's got a white-handled, peppered, like pear skin. It's got the gorgeous sort of top on it, but underneath that top is the blade with the red line. And this red line, have you ever seen those red line on Japanese spears? It means that it should be someone of note who carried this. You can't just put a red line in. You've either got to be a commander, or have got to have achieved something amazing, or your family are known for an amazing achievement so you can carry it. There's even a story about that in this, where it says somebody, they banned the red lines except for people of achievement. Or they banned the red lines in spears, and the samurai went up to the Lord and say, hey, such and such a body has got a red line. They said, yeah, but you don't understand his family ancestry. They made great victory in this time, therefore they're allowed the red line. And that red line is a badge of honour, according to this pre-modern, medieval, if you like, manuscript. So we've got, what I want you guys to do, if possible, and email me if you can, and I'll do a follow-up video, is this very thing. Now, I've been searching and searching. The problem is the original scroll uses kana markings, and as I make these videos late at night, unfortunately I can't do a lot of research to go and find the right kanji to go through. I've got to crack on with my work. So if anybody else is there, can you get the correct kanji for turtle shell stuff? Find it, and somebody go through the Leeds Armoury website and see if you can find those spears. I cannot find them, so I'm wondering if they are an example of the commander's spear. But what we should God, I'm dying, guys. That's why I've not done many videos over the last few days. I think I actually sweated out my fever last night. I was like shivering. My dog was next to me. I was like... So that's not my girlfriend, by the way. She was with the kids. I'm like just snotting everywhere in the caravan. So basically, we've got this idea of the white spear, or the turtle shell spear, which is used by the commander in an army. Not the shogun in total. He probably has an even better one. But basically, when you go on to war, on campaign, you're using this spear. So get yourself a copy of the book, guys. Help me out. I'm not going to beg Scott from the Shogun, Scott or the Shogun to do it for me, because, you know, they're busy as well. But Scott from Sengoku Studies, I think he could do it for me, don't you think? If not, make sure you subscribe to Scott. Sorry for the lack of videos recently, guys, but it's just illness is killing me, and my new book deadline has got 30 days before I'm finished, so there'll be less videos over Christmas.